So in this video, I want to talk about the relationship between zinc and your liver. Zinc is probably one of the most important minerals for the liver, and here's why. When you look at the symptoms from a zinc deficiency, they're identical to the symptoms of a liver problem. And I'm talking about a liver that's dysfunctional, like if it's inflamed or there's scar tissue, as in cirrhosis. When people have a liver problem, they usually get loss of appetite, the loss of body hair, altered taste and smell. Now, it could be because you're deficient in zinc, testicular atrophy, your immune system is impaired, you have decreased ability to detoxify drugs from your body. You can get ascites, you have this protruded stomach because the liver is leaking fluid into a sac around the stomach. A deficiency of zinc can increase your risk for liver cancer, inflammation in the liver, and a lot of skin problems. The question is it the chicken or the egg? Does a zinc deficiency cause the liver to create these symptoms, or is it the liver damage that's creating these symptoms as well as creating a zinc deficiency? Well, that's very hard to tell because we do know in an isolated situation, a zinc deficiency, for example, will create low testosterone and testicular atrophy. But if the liver is damaged, you're not going to be able to get rid of estrogen, and you're going to get high levels of estrogen, which is indirectly going to cause a low testosterone situation. But what we do know is all these symptoms right here could be a zinc deficiency, or it could be a problem with your liver. And by getting more zinc in your diet or taking it in the supplement form, you can reduce these symptoms right here and even sometimes prevent them, as well as protect the liver. If you're not familiar with what foods are high in zinc, shellfish is at the top of the list. Beef liver, beef in general, lamb, other meats, seeds, nuts, dairy products, eggs. There is zinc in whole wheat, but the problem is the bran in wheat products prevents the absorption of zinc because it has something called phytates. So of course, to get the zinc, you want to avoid all grains as well as sugar, because when you consume sugar, you deplete zinc. Unfortunately, a lot of people have a zinc deficiency and they don't know it. We don't retain zinc very well. If you're not consuming zinc from the diet, chances are you're going to be somewhat deficient, and it's going to start on a gradient. And you may not even notice a full-blown deficiency until later, because some of the subclinical or subtle signs of a zinc deficiency could be like fatigue and weakness and lethargy that you may associate it with something else. If you have any liver problem or any attention that you potentially could have a liver problem, make sure you have enough zinc in your diet, because that's very, very important, if not the most important mineral to support a healthy liver. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies. with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.